Some might say I'm obsessed with death. My first dead body was my dad. My first funeral was my dad. The first time I ever felt heartbreak was like seeing my dad die. I guess those memories been eating at my head and eating at my head and eating at my head. And the older I got, the more my mom, my grandma said, you know, mijo, you look so much like your father. And my last memories of my dad was him in chemotherapy. So I just started shaving my head. My name is Guillermo Vicente Hayes. I'm 35 years old, 35. My mom, who is from El Salvador, immigrant, and my father from New Orleans, they met, I want to say it was at a Japanese restaurant. A couple years later, I popped out and here we are. And here we are.
Some of the people opponents to give an opinion, never do get it. I want you to come on and gobble a Jimmy and need to be given the remedy and why critics are really the enemy and can't stand the way they slam today's gifted. Effing incredible, get fanned away with grants to pay. This gem well a scripted, deaf and impeccable.
I used to be a real heavy drinker. I used to party a lot. I quit all that. It's been a year and 7 months now. But back in Arizona, I used to drink Everclear, which is 190 proof. And there was one night I was just really depressed, sad, you know, missing my family, missing my friends, you know, missing the sounds, just like the smells of the Bay Area, just everything. And I just woke up and went to a tattoo shop and got a tattoo right here on my neck, California, and with a star right over the Bay Area. Everything that I've done in my life, I think has been based off of fear and failure. As a kid, I had issues with like identity, being mixed, half black, half Salvadorian. You know, father died, I had to figure out how to, you know, be a man on my own. So I made all the mistakes that you make when you have no guidance, you know? And I had to figure things out on my own. You know, I was raised by all women. When my mom spoke, when my grandma spoke, my great-grandmother spoke, you know, I listened, I paid attention. But when my father died, it set something off in me. I kind of rebelled for like a long time. So finding what I wanted to do in life, I know I just wanted to do music because during the time I was dealing with my father's death, music was the only thing there for me. I always say music saved my life. I was that kid always with the headphones in my ears, just blocking out the world.
This is more than you and this is more than you and your entire building. Slender and abusing what I call a realist. Coming from a student, told myself to use a poem as a Uzi. Empty magazine, I seen a magazine. You see my trigger finger, then I started shooting. That was nicotine, I'm about to smoke them all. A journalist involved, he should've known my music.
Everything I planned for, my life, never worked out. The college I wanted to go to, I didn't get in. UC Santa Cruz. Everything, like every door kept like slamming in my face. I had to find my way, you know, like all my friends were going to UCs, UC Berkeley, UC Santa Cruz, Riverside. They had, you know, goals and aspirations to be doctors and like lawyers, and the one thing they all had was like, you know, 2 parents. I think the one thing that I could say saved my life at this point right now, giving up alcohol. And that was like, I guess what they call like a moment of clarity. I don't know, like music's in my blood. I appreciate music, I love music. It taught me to be comfortable in my own skin. It taught me how to interact with other cultures, other people that I probably would never interact with. Like one question about music could turn into like a life lesson that could actually help somebody that they're like, oh shit, I didn't even put those two together. You know, like my way of thinking, you can't really trap yourself in like a box, you know? If you hate something or hate somebody, you know, find out why. You know, don't just be like, oh, all these people, get them the fuck out of here, this and that, whatever. Giving and showing love, light, and respect to anybody and everybody. I see the positive that comes from like showing love, showing respect, you know, giving light to somebody who might be going through something dark, you know. Like myself, my depression, like I still go through it every day. I show love when I can, I show respect always. If I see somebody having a bad day, I'll try to talk to them. I won't intentionally try to, you know, show light and be like preachy about it. I know how it feels when like your own thoughts are eating you up inside and you're like paralyzed by it and you don't know how to interact with anybody. I could spot that in anybody because like, you know, that's like my reflection. And so I know how to talk to people and connect with them. Yeah, love, light, and respect is like just my creed.